There's a moment in Tombstone when Wyatt Earp stands in the street, battered but unbroken, staring down the chaos of lawlessness that seems to engulf him. It's easy to see this as a classic Western duel, good versus evil. But if we step back, there's something profoundly stoic at work here. The story of Tombstone is not just about gunslingers and revenge. It's about how a man confronts fate, suffering, and duty in a world he cannot control. The film dramatizes real events from the 1880s, when the frontier town of Tombstone, Arizona, was a booming silver mining settlement. Like much of the American West, it was a place balanced on the knife's edge between opportunity and anarchy.
Very cosmopolitan.
Families and merchants lived alongside gamblers, drifters, and armed gangs. The infamous gunfight at the OK Corral in 1881, though it lasted barely half a minute, became one of the most enduring legends of the West, symbolizing both the fragility of law and the inevitability of conflict. Tombstone leans into that legend, but it also reaches for something deeper: the human struggle to find order in a world that resists it.
Law just don't go around here.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. Winner to the king, $500.
Stoicism teaches that the measure of a person lies not in what happens to them, but in how they respond. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And in Wyatt Earp, as portrayed by Kurt Russell, we see a man wrestling with this principle. Wyatt arrives in Tombstone not as a crusader, but as a man in search of peace. He wants prosperity, a chance to leave behind the violence of his past. Yet the world intrudes. The cowboys, with their red sashes and ruthless cruelty, embody the chaos of external events. Wyatt didn't choose their presence, nor can he fully control their actions. The Stoics remind us, we cannot govern the world outside us, only our own reasoned choices.
I mean, it's not like anybody's putting a gun to their head now, is it?
When violence finally erupts, Wyatt doesn't embrace vengeance out of passion alone. His actions, particularly at the OK Corral, spring from necessity, an alignment of justice, duty, and fate. Here is Marcus Aurelius's wisdom in practice. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it.
It's not what he said, you ignorant wretch. Your Spanish is worse than your English.
Tombstone is a struggle over law and order. The cowboys thrive in the absence of it, while Wyatt steps forward to restore balance. For the Stoics, justice is not optional but essential, the virtue that holds communities together. In choosing to uphold the law, Wyatt isn't chasing authority. He's aligning himself with reason over chaos, duty over impulse.
You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear?
But this is not only Wyatt's story, it is also Doc Holliday's. If Wyatt represents Stoicism in action, restraint, courage, duty, then Doc, played masterfully by Val Kilmer, is the tragic counterpoint. Brilliant, witty, and utterly self-destructive, Doc lives in defiance of his own failing body. His tuberculosis is a constant shadow, and he meets it with gambling, alcohol, and bravado. Yet even here, there is a stoic truth. Doc accepts his fate. He doesn't deny it, doesn't hide from it. He jokes with death, even befriends it.
You're probably seeing double. I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
And in the end, his greatest act is not defiance, but virtue. Riding with Wyatt, when no one else will. In doing so, he finds a kind of stoic peace, meeting death with courage and loyalty.
Yeah, well, I got lots of friends. I don't.
What Tombstone reminds us, through both men, is that the West is less a physical landscape than a moral one. The desert tests not just survival, but character. For the Stoics, life itself is such a desert, indifferent, harsh, unpredictable. We cannot change its terrain, but we can walk it with courage, with justice, with temperance, and with wisdom. Wyatt Earp doesn't conquer fate. No one does. His beloved dies, his peace is shattered, and the violence he sought to escape consumes him once more. But he endures. He chooses action over despair, justice over fear, and friendship over isolation. And that is why Tombstone, beneath the gunfights and the one-liners, resonates so deeply. It is a story of how to live well in the face of death, how to hold fast to virtue when the world falls apart. Or as the Stoics might say, the true gunfight is never with the enemy across the street. It's always with ourselves. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you joining our journey through the profound philosophy of Stoicism in daily life and pop culture. We'll see you on the next one.